Hello everyone, let's continue with the revision of carbohydrate metabolism. Let's see a few of the short note questions. First one, that's a 5-mark question. Explain the reactions of Rappaport-Lindbergh shunt, or otherwise it can be given as explain BPG shunt pathway. Okay, in this you have to explain what a small definition about it, that is it is seen in RBC, and it is the sixth step of glycolysis which is bypassed into BPG, and you need to write the reaction, that is 1,3-bis phosphoglycerate with the help of mutase is getting converted into 2,3-BPG, and that with the help of the phosphatase enzyme it is getting converted into 3-phosphoglycerate. Also you need, since it is a 5-mark question, you need to add a note on its significance, how significant it is, the BPG shunt or the Rappaport-Lindbergh cycle, how it is signified. That is 2,3-BPG binds to the hemoglobin and reduces the affinity towards oxygen. So in the presence of 2,3-BPG, the affinity towards oxygen will be lowered and oxyhemoglobin will unload oxygen more easily in tissue. Then next one, it is under hypoxic conditions, the 2,3-BPG concentration in the RBC increases, thus favoring the release of oxygen to the tissue even when the partial pressure of oxygen is low. The next one, the compensatory increase in 2,3-BPG in high altitude favors oxygen dissociation, and BPG is increased in fetal circulation. Next significance, it is a shunt pathway where there is no ATP synthesized. So you have to give the definition. If for 5 marks you have to give the definition how that is it is seen in RBCs, which is the sixth step of glycolysis getting bypassed as bisphosphoglycerate mutase converts 1,3-bis phosphoglycerate BPG, how BPG is formed to 2,3-BPG, and the steps. Next one is the significance you have to write. Second question, that is also a 5-mark question. Name the reducing sugar, explain the reducing property of the sugar, name the test to detect the reducing sugar. This question already you have done the experiment, the Benedict's test, in your practicals. So name the reducing sugar. So first you have to define what is a reducing sugar and give a few examples. Then what did you mean by a reducing property of the sugar? Next is about the Benedict's test, that is the test to detect the reducing sugar. So what is a reducing sugar? Is a sugar which is capable of acting as a reducing agent because it has a free radical group or a ketone group. Examples, all monosaccharides are reducing sugars along with some disaccharides, some oligosaccharides and some polysaccharides. All monosaccharides like galactose, glucose, glyceraldehyde, fructose, ribose, xylose. Then disaccharides like lactose, maltose, etc. are examples. Then what is Benedict's reagent, what is Benedict reaction, that you need to explain. Then how significant it is, that is in detecting the presence of sugar in urine to identify diabetes mellitus. So Benedict's reagent is very commonly employed to detect the presence of glucose in urine. It is a standard laboratory test employed for the following up of diabetes mellitus. Benedict's reagent consists of sodium carbonate, sodium sulfate and sodium citrate. In alkaline medium, sugars form NADOLs. Cupric ions are reduced corresponding to sugar oxidized. Glucose is a reducing sugar. Then this reducing sugar reduces the copper in the test solution to form copper oxides, which forms brick red color. Then how Benedict's test is performed, the procedure: 5 ml Benedict's reagent, 0.5 ml with the test solution. You are boiling to get blue, green, yellow, orange color depending upon the concentration of the sugar, reducing sugar present. Next question, epimers. Epimers for 3 marks. So first you need to define what is an epimer and give examples. When sugars are different from one another, only epimers are sugars from one another only in configuration with regards to single carbon atom other than the reference carbon atom, they are called as epimers. Examples, glucose and mannose are an epimer pair. D-glucose is having epimers like D-mannose and D-galactose. Thank you.